Hey guys, Tony K, Mr. Fix-It, how are you today? So today we're gonna go appliance again. I don't know if you caught me the other day on Out of the Woodwork with my sister, Natalie. I don't know if you caught that. That was kind of fun. A little tipsy, trying to do a dryer belt. But anyways, today we're gonna do a refrigerator. What we have is a refrigerator leaking constantly from the water dispenser. We're going to show you how to repair that. It's a definite how-to. Do it yourself. You don't need to call in somebody for this one because, again, it'll cost you. So you order the pot. I think the pot cost me, 40 bucks or so. And we'll get into it. Let me show you exactly what's going on. Right here is the water dispenser. We have a GE profile model. And it's about 10 years old. And what's happening is the water dispenser just won't stop dripping water down, and it's coming down at a pace where it fills this up and then it overflows. And we already cleaned it out, it was overflowing. And then you destroy your beautiful floors. You don't want to do that. So we're going to show you exactly what it takes to do this. So let's go step by step. I'll be back. Okay, so we pulled the refrigerator out, and the first thing that you want to do is unplug the refrigerator. And you also want to stop the water source. Typically, this is different, but I'm glad to see this, but typically that shutoff, that water feed, is actually down here through the cabinets and usually goes underneath your cabinet next to your dishwasher where your hot and cold water feeds, and then there's usually a T that goes that way. But in this case, we have a nice little shutoff easy here, and we're going to unplug there, and then we're going to sweep this up before we fall on the floor. So we'll go ahead and shut the shut off, and we'll disconnect that. We'll be right back. So while my partner here, Joseph, is sweeping up and cleaning behind there, we went in and we shut off the shut off to the water. We definitely unplugged it, but we're just cleaning the floor. We don't want to drag ourselves on the floor. I mean, after all, we're tradesmen. We want to be clean. So listen, what's broken on this refrigerator, what we're going to chase down is what's called the dual water inlet valve. This is where the water comes into the refrigerator, and it's a sensing system, and it works off of electricity, and when you press the button up at the top, it sends the signal back, it releases the water. It's a valve, dual water inlet valve, and we're going to replace that, and that's at the back of the refrigerator. That's why we're getting to the back of the refrigerator. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what we're chasing down. You have a hot and a cold side, which is represented by red and blue. Your hot and your cold. And you also have your electric connectors right there for your little tabs for you to feed it on. Now what you do is you call up the manufacturer. Usually there's a tag on the side of your refrigerator inside. You see who it is, Whirlpool, GE, whoever it is, and you can call the 1-800 number, and you tell them exactly that you need the part, you need the part for the refrigerator. They'll ask you for the model number, you give them the model number, and they'll give you the correct part, and that's what I have here today. So this is so kind of easy that I'm actually going to do this. We're going to let Joseph do it, and we're going to show, he's doing it for his first time. We're going to show how it's done, even for someone who's doing it for the very first time. And of course, you're going to be coached through it. And in fact, it's even my first time. So this is something I'm doing for my very first time as well. I taught myself how to do it, how to troubleshoot it, and now we're going to do it. And now I'm telling you, hey, ain't you lucky? So we're going to get back right over here to the refrigerator. 1 second. Okay, so next step, we got JoJo working here, taking out the nuts. That plate right there is all one plate right across. So be sure to only take out the screws that hold that in. There's no sense in taking out all the rest of these screws. Once he's done taking this plate off, we shut the water off with the shutoff valve. We're gonna make a disconnection right there. Actually, there's no need to make that disconnection. We'll make the disconnection in there because the water's off. Makes no sense to make double the work for myself. We'll be back when he takes this plate off. I don't want to bore you. I have to make a correction. I know I just go with my knowledge sometimes on what's what. The red doesn't stand for hot and cold. It's not hot and cold here. I'm sorry. This is ice disbursement and your cold water disbursement. There's two things. This one is filling your ice compartment, and this one's filling your water. I automatically go hot and cold when I see that because I'm a dingbat plumber. But in the appliance world, in this particular situation, you can tell that that's what these are: dispenser and ice. So, Tony the dingbat, don't listen to me. So the next thing now, we got the cover off, and we're going to disassemble. We're going to remove that compression fitting, it's called. Very gently disconnect that. There you go. It'll unscrew. Be careful not to bend anything when you're in there. You know, don't over muscle this stuff. It's not necessary. So we're going to disconnect that, and then there's another screw that will come off, and this whole piece will come out. So again, not to bore you, we'll be right back. Make sure you have a little cup next to you like we do, or something, because typically and almost always there's residual water that will pour out of that once it gets disconnected. It's disconnected. Yep. Just pull it right out. So now we got the piece out, the valve, all right, and you can see there are the two connectors right here, connections that make up the refrigerator water and the ice. These two pieces right here, you push down these tabs and these will slide right out. These hoses slide right out of this little connector here to disconnect that. And then these are color coded, red to red, and then the clear to the, doesn't get any easier than that. So we're gonna go ahead and disassemble the new piece. And by the way, while you're under there, do your customer a favor, and I'm gonna do that here. We're gonna clean this all out. That can't be breathing properly. I mean, that's got about 150 years worth of dust in there. So we're gonna do them a favor and clean this out, because that's what you do when you're a good worker and a good guy. We'll be back after we disconnect this guy. Okay, so the other piece is now out. The other thing to remember now is your two outlines here, black and clear. When you pull these off, make sure you remember where they go. In this case, the black is representing the freezer, and this is representing your clear water, your drinking water. So make sure you check for that. And again, these little pieces, just on the new one, you just slide the tube right in and you lock it down as far in as it will go, and you lock it right in. Now he's going to move to putting the electricity back on. And you can see this is pretty simple. It's not that difficult. Now a appliance person will come in here. They'll do this in about 20 minutes, way faster than I can do it. And they make a good pay out of the deal. All right, I'm gonna we're gonna pause again. We're just gonna make a connection. We're gonna put this piece back onto the refrigerator. Then we'll make up our water line again. When putting this back in, it's pretty simple. There's a little tab right there. You can see that tab goes in there. It kind of guides you back to where you put the screw in and where the tab goes and how this sits. And then you'll reconnect your water supply and test. So we're coming close to that point. So we're all buttoned up now. Everything's back. We plugged it in. Now the next thing you want to do, and what I advise is to do it from here if you can, or this line. You want to clear air in the line. Meaning, and what I had to do is I disconnected the line from there, and I turned on the water and I let it spit air into the cup until the air was done, until I got full stream of good water. Turn it back off. Then I made my connection back up, turn it back on, and then it sends water through the lines and back down to your sensors. Now we come to the front. And we have water, and most importantly, stop. We don't have drips anymore. And that, my friends, that's how you show someone else how to do it. and you just sit here with the camera for a change. Hope that taught you guys something. I know it's a little off and on, but I try to just keep it as simple. I try to give you exactly what I walk into, the problems that I face, and that's that. Joey did the whole job. It was very simple. You saw how simple it was. Certainly, I'm here for you with questions. You know how to get a hold of me. Tony K's Mr. Fix-It. Hit that subscribe button, boy. I'm getting there. Look at me. It's only taken me 85 years, and I got 600 subscribers. Come on, another 85 years, and I'll get to 1,000. Hit that subscribe. Thank you.